You are about to witness one of the most incredible builds ever. There's no other way to say it. That's just the way it is. So buckle up, strap in, do whatever you need to do, because we're gonna check out a really awesome build in Sulani. I have a progress bar at the top of my profile page. I had these segmented out for doing a particular build at 300, 700, and 1,000 subscribers. Little did I know that the algorithm would do its thing and we would gain over 800 subs. So we kind of hit every milestone that I had, and we're behind on builds now. So this build is to celebrate hitting our 300 subscriber milestone. I said that I would do a build in Sulani because I've never done one before. And for this build, I built 2 Tiki condos. But I'm super excited to get into this build. I think we all had a lot of fun doing this build. So get ready because we are going to go check it out. Gosh, that was so cringy. We're gonna check out the exterior and then we'll head inside on each of these. But as you can see right off the bat, we have like a ton of nice greenery. We have all sorts of little details with plants and vines. I just thought it was lending to the vibes a good bit. But off of the front right here, we have this nice little entrance where at nighttime we have these cute little lights with the trees. We have the ant lights that I have up here, which we learned when you raise them, obviously, because they start off low. You cannot walk through, but this is still functional. Your sim just kind of walks around and goes up right here. Off of the side over here is where we have our tiki bar area. So it's like a nice area for people to come in, get some drinks, some snacks, hang out a little. We have a bonfire off of that with some chairs. And then one thing I didn't want to like gloss over is we have this item in debug with these mailboxes, and I kind of snuck in an actual mailbox inside this one. So this is functional. It doesn't look like it at first, but we do have a real mailbox under there. And let's get it brighter here. And then we have like a nice little kiddie pool, a little inflatable here with our castaway Teddy. Man, what a movie. And then I had a lot of fun putting these little details with the starfish, the seaweed. And one thing you'll notice, I came across this and it's actually ancient bone dust and it's from Jungle Adventure. I don't know, it's a nice little detail. I think it looks weird when you zoom out, but when you zoom in, it kind of goes underneath the layer. So that's how it would be on a real beach, you know, you'd have mounds of sand. You could pretend like these were sand castles or something at one point. And over on this side, I wanted to put a little thrift shop. So I have a lot of the collectibles in here from Island Living that you would get. So we have the Heart of Sulani necklaces. We have the fingers. That was kind of fun. That was a fun moment on the live stream that we're selling fingers. We have the Eyes of Sulani. Just some like of the dolls, a Miskin doll. I don't know if that's how you say that, but that's what we're gonna call it. We have coral. We have the little space squid over here, some seashells, fish food for that fish, so you hopefully don't kill it. And then we put some of the inflatables over here. This sparked a lot of debate. Let me know in the comments below. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? We need to know. But again, at nighttime, you can see it like this, and I'll put it in live mode. So when the torches are on, it's kind of a nice thing. Obviously, in real life, you don't want that. That's gonna catch on fire. But thankfully, this is just The Sims. And one of my favorite features that I did out here that I'm most proud of, first of all, we have this. This isn't what I was gonna bring up, but I'm ADHD sometimes. So we have a cute little date space is what I was thinking. You have a little picnic. It's a little romantic, got a lantern, and I sunk this umbrella into the sand because at the beach we have those umbrellas that you kind of stick in the sand. So I thought that was kind of a nice little detail. I really enjoyed working on this swing set. It took a minute on stream, but I wanted to incorporate these vines that we have, like it was crawling all over the frame of the swing set. And one thing that you'll notice as well is I put the leaf curtain at an angle, like it's on the back of this. And I think it looks really pretty because it kind of drapes down the frame at this angle, because obviously I was picturing that with the sunset, you're looking out in this direction. Like how pretty would that be? You know, like it would just be really, really pretty. But I went crazy with these leaf curtains. I just thought that they added a nice little detail, and it looks really nice at nighttime to have lights like this. It's just pretty, you know? It's just an easy way to liven things up. And one thing I'm gonna point out that y'all don't care absolutely at all about is I went through each of these columns individually and added terrain paint to make it more realistic, okay? So give me some props for that. And then one thing that's really nice about this too is I enjoyed using these floats that we have from Debug on the fence line. So as we come to the back, this is one of probably my favorite things about this lot. We have the boat over here. I put these floats because you think of docks and they always have like the protective floats for when the boats hit up against the dock. You don't damage the boat and you don't damage the dock necessarily. So that was my idea with this, and I wanted them to be like unlevel to some extent because you're thinking of waves and it's not going to be completely even. So I didn't want it to look super neat, but I had a lot of fun putting that together. And one thing you'll notice, maybe, is that I entirely added this whole seascape down here. This does not come with the lot. So I am quite proud of this because this is a lot of like individual items that I placed to make this look really good, and I sunk it in using the tool mod a little. And I had a lot of fun livening up the seabed. I don't know if this is really a sea or an ocean for that matter, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But despite that, we have a shipwreck over here that I really enjoyed putting in as well. Sad story, but fun for the vibes, you know what I'm saying? So we have a little treasure chest, and we'll tie that in a little bit to the storyline with this lot. But I added the like little cannon. We have the ship wheel over here, kind of buried in the sand. But I really enjoyed getting into the details. If you're new here, we love the details. That's why these builds take forever, because I like try to do every little thing imaginable that's really fun. And so like putting these little nets and the floats and all of these plants and things underwater took a while. It took a little bit of time, y'all. It takes me a little bit of time. But I had a lot of fun with these plants too, because we have these like clear tiles that you get in island living, and I thought it was a really cool feature to be able to look down and you can see the water and also the vines and such. But yeah, we're all about the details here. So starting off at the bottom floor, just wanting y'all to see what we have going on. I was picturing this as, even though they're like under some of the condos, I was picturing this as being all kind of shared space to some extent. So we have like a nice little grill over here and a hangout space essentially. So we have a TV, we have a lot of seating, a lot of fun vibes. I'll show it at nighttime so you can see the lights and such, the candles. Have some fun party things up here and just a nice area to grill out, cook out. We have the pizza oven over here, a dining space as well. And so at a glance, this is what this is looking like. Now over here, I wanted to put a little bit of a kid's space, and I thought this was a cute area to have a hangout. Is it functional? No. But we have marbles out here, just a fun little seating area, and just like have a radio, some board games. I thought it was cool to use the space underneath the staircase as some fun kind of creative hangout. So that's what we have going on down there. And then as we come over to this side, it's more of just a simple kind of hangout space. And I left it open on the main floor to this condo. I thought that was a nice beachy vibe and the atmosphere that we're going for. And under this staircase, which I think a lot of you will appreciate, we have a nice pet corner. So this is like a dedicated pet space for all of your love creatures. You know, Mia would love to be out here. She's sleeping over on my bed right now, but she would love to be here if she could. And then don't fret, I did put a litter box over here on this side of the divider. So, you know, even your cats can get some privacy. And then off of that, I thought it was really cute to use this space as like a fishing prep area. So you have your fishing lures, your fishing pole, of course. This is a book on fishing. So I thought that kind of worked and fit the vibe on tackles and techniques. This looked like one of those coolers or something that you put your fish in when you catch them, or you could put your worms or whatever in this. I don't know. It's like kind of also tackle boxy looking in a way. But then we also have like this ice chest, and it looked like it kind of fit the vibes. We have insect repellent, sunblock, and then I put an insect farm here because I was pretending like you could store and like have worm farms in here or something. I don't know, y'all. I was trying to tie it in. I thought it was a cute little vibe. You grab your bugs that you're gonna fish with, and then you can be on your way down this way. If you wanted to go scuba diving, we do have that out here as well. And just some fun little clutter items that leads you over here to your jet ski and your boat. And then whenever you come back from your trip, or if you went swimming down here, because you do have a way to get into the water, I put some showers built into this divider. That's like an area where you can wash off. Obviously in real life, Sims are just gonna get naked here. You know, to each their own. I mean, you kind of have some privacy. Not so much there. They could just look right at your naked butt. But, you know, maybe you're into that. I don't know. But I just thought it fit the vibes for whenever you got back, you could have an area where you can quickly kind of rinse off. So as we come to this condo, this one was meant for someone who had left their job. I was imagining someone who's more of a dreamer. They wanted to, you know, always go to law school, or they were always curious about going to law school. They went ahead, quit their job, and decided to just move on and try something new. So this is someone who's currently in law school, living here, trying to just figure out what they want to do in life and pursue their dreams. So this is the area from a top-down view. Once we get inside, we had a lot of fun like going with the beachy vibes with this. and the color scheme. So I think this is a really fun color scheme. We have the orange, kind of this turquoise color, cyan color with purple. And I was really wanting to lean into the purple a little bit more in the living space because we have it right here. So this is essentially the color scheme in the downstairs from this table. So we were trying to draw colors over from that, and it works really well with this tile from Love Struck that we get. And I just wanted a fun eclectic vibe with some kind of vibrant colors down here. We have some really nice views. And actually with this, you might be wondering like, why is it just one curtain? It's very intentional because the sunlight during the day comes from that direction more so. And so here, we never get really direct sunlight as much because we have a balcony space that covers and has a ceiling on it. So we don't have to worry about so much here. And I put the card table from Casanova Cave right here that we got. And then as you wrap around this balcony, it's just a nice seating area. You get a guitar, you have a drink tray, you can just relax, sit, relax, enjoy the view, you know? And then as you go upstairs, I put a ladder right here in the kitchen and you get into the primary bedroom right here. So lots of books, remember, studying. We even have like the law case files here for one of their classes, maybe, you know, trying to do mock trials or something. It's just like a fun vibe, I think. I love combining a lot of island living with jungle adventure. I've done a build kind of with similar vibes before. This also combined with Courtyard Oasis works really well. I just think the color schemes and the style of the furniture goes well together. And then off of that, we have our bathroom, which is really fun with a lot of the blue with yellow accents. But yeah, like, could you imagine just being able to, you know, clip through walls like this and see everything? I'm just kidding. But like be in a tub like this and be able to like look out at a view like that. Like that's just crazy to me. Yeah, like look at that with the sunset. Are you kidding me? That's just really pretty. I love Sulani. Like after building here, I definitely would love to build here again. And then on this floor, we also have a balcony. So I put a ladder on the front porch right here that you can go up. And I was imagining like more of a meditation space, spa, zen vibe. So we have our like incense, a little bit like our little towels, and we have like a nice little seating area here as well for maybe the morning time. Beautiful time to just relax while it's still kind of cool, crisp outside, you know, before it starts getting too hot. And then around here we have our telescope and just like another kind of nice seating area, and that's using the Courtyard Oasis love seat right here. I love pairing Courtyard Oasis with this city living table. It's just the same vibes, you know. I put these little flip-flop lights, which are really cute, and at nighttime you can't really see them because of the roof, but you can at least get the lighting and the effect from that. And I think it's a cute little, you know, detail that you otherwise would miss. And I was also just imagining we have the planter boxes with some vines that grow from there all the way up. I was very much into getting the vines incorporated and a lot of the greenery and things like that. Like it's a little overgrown just to give it more of a tropical vibe. Like I think we get some fun things in island living, but jungle adventure really comes in clutch with those types of vibes. Who says clutch anymore? I know I said it on a stream the other night too. I need to stop with that. So now we're gonna venture over into this condo. Now this condo has a little bit more of a sad story. It's about this old man, and he was married to a mermaid he met out here. He decided to retire out here to be with her, and he ended up losing her. So he's currently mourning his late wife, who was a mermaid, and she's up here in her urn. But this is the vibe in this condo. I love this. I wanted to have open windows everywhere. I just think that's such a beach house vibe to have so many openings to outside. And I thought this was a cool little feature to have under the cabinetry in the kitchen. So we have open space to the outside with all these vines that have kind of worked their way inside and looped in and out. And I just love the combination of colors in here with the red and blue and yellow. And then this was a fun little thing that we did on stream too. This is a Journey to Batu hunk of junk ring. And we layered it with this mirror as the world turns mirror. And so this is from Spa Day. I just think it's a really cool effect, and I already used it another time in another build. So I'm very much into how cool this looks. But we have the fancy TV, just some nice aquatic photography. We have this from the Casanova Cave kit. And then I was just imagining they don't really have a formal dining space. It's more of just you can sit up here at the peninsula and eat, and it's just him now anyway. And then we have the bathroom over here. I wanted to go more with like the leafy vibes with the plants and everything. So we have this blue with green. I just imagine whenever I'm working more with like beach style homes, it's a lot more cool toned. I don't think we typically have a lot of beach homes with warm tones. Everything's a lot more with blues, light blues, greens, whites, like that as neutral color. So I was trying to go for that vibe in here as well, and just in general for both of the condos. That's the vibe in here. We cluttered this up a little bit, got the little conch shell. That was a cute detail. And so this is operable. It'll slide into these items, but it does work. Now to get upstairs, you might be wondering like, how do you get there? Well, you access it actually from the outside. So kind of a neat little vibe in my opinion. I think it's cool. But we have a nice seating area. We have a radio. You can sit here, just relax, hang out. And then we have, like I mentioned before, these clear tiles. So I incorporated some of the vines, the herbs. Just felt like a vibe here. We have an easel right here, which I don't think is technically operable, but fits the vibes. Like if we had to use an easel somewhere, this would be a really pretty spot. Just imagine the inspiration for painting right here, you know? So pretty. And then we have a nice lounge area off of here before you go into the bedroom, and a little privacy screen right here as well. Just because I was thinking, well, they're kind of right beside each other, so why not give, you know, them a little bit more privacy here. But this is such a cute little vibe, I think, with the color swatches of things. So essentially, I mean, you can kind of tell already, but I was going for this kind of switch swap vibe where this has the yellow more so with the neutral, and then this has a neutral on the bottom as well, but with the blue. And so I wanted this one over here to have the blue fence, and then this one over here with the yellow and red. So it's like this fence you would think would go with this house, and that one goes with that one, but it was a little too much being stacked on top of one another like that, with it being too matchy. And I really like the more complementary vibe of this, because I think it ties the lot in a little bit better, because we have a lot of different colors going on the outside. So that was my thought process with that. Now, as you go in this door here, you have a little bit of an entryway. You can put your shoes here, and you step up, you have a nice little desk area. You can game a little bit. You can catch my live stream schedule on Twitch, just FYI. And then we have a nice dresser here, some incense, cute little clutter with plants, some books. I was thinking of this, like you have your full length mirror, but then I was thinking you grab your cologne or something whenever you look good. Then, you know, that last spritz before you head out, you can just go down here, grab it, and put it on. And one thing I wanted to do that I think is really pretty is that this whole room is on a platform, and I wanted it to be where the floor was basically even almost with this window. That way when you're in bed, you can like wake up to this, or, you know, go to bed at night with this view. And I think that's a nice little detail as well, because if I had it lowered down, you wouldn't have as nice of a view. It'd be a little bit too low. And so that's what I was going for with this. We have a step up right here, and then we have like another step up into the bedroom right here. It's just, I wanted it to be a little bit higher so you could get that little detail. We're all about the details here, but could you imagine just having a space like this? It's just so pretty. You just have the ocean breeze all the time, with all the open windows and things of that nature, your curtains flowing a little bit. I just think it's a nice vibe. And as you all know, I love to hide things in my builds. This is what you're looking for. It's just a treasure map, and I thought that tied in really well to the story with the shipwreck over here and the treasure down under the water. Now, the nice thing about this is that it is a base game item, so you should be able to find it even if you don't have all the packs. I highly recommend, if you download this build though, you need to at least have Island Living. Island Living is what contributes most of the furniture in the lot and the style of the lot. Jungle Adventure is a lot more of like the details with all the greenery and things like that, which you don't absolutely have to have, but I would definitely recommend you have Island Living. But we recently came across an interesting way to look underground in one of my live streams for my treehouse, and I may or may not link that down below so you can know what I'm talking about, but that is the only way you're gonna find the treasure map. You might have to dig underground to find it, shall I say. There is a way to look underground. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm sure I forgot other details from the live stream. To those of you who have been hanging out in the live stream during this build, comment down below things that I forgot to mention with some of the items and some of the story, because I guarantee you I forgot something. It's just so much going on this lot. But I did want to mention one little detail that I don't think anyone would have ever thought about, and that you can see that we have 3 of our tables here, and they have these 3 different swatches. Well, this table has 4 chairs, this one has 2, and this one has 2. Well, whenever we put the chairs up every day, we put them back out. We don't always match them, but I wanted the little detail to be that we have 2 of this swatch. So we have these 2 chairs that go to this table. We have 2 of this swatch, so we have this one and this one that go to this table, but then we have 4 of this swatch that matches the table. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's little details like that that I love whenever I'm doing the builds, and otherwise people are never going to think about that or notice that. But it's just kind of like, oh, we put the chairs out and they're a little mismatched, but we have the right number of chairs for each kind of table out here based on the number of chairs that are there. So, you know, I love getting into the weeds. If y'all love doing that, I'd love to have you join our community, because we enjoy cluttering, and putting a lot in our builds. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing this build that took a lot of time, but I think it paid off and I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I also just want to say a big thank you to all of you who have joined the community, especially as of this past month or so, because we've grown a lot and I appreciate you being here and being part of the community that we're growing. And I'm really excited about where we're going. Currently, we're working on a really magical treehouse for the 500 sub build, and then we're going to start working on the 700 sub build, which is the townhomes that I was going to do. So we're getting the new businesses and hobbies pack, and that's going to be perfect timing for when we start these townhomes. And then for 1,000 subs, we have in the near future, we're going to be working on a castle. So we have a lot in store. I hope you stick around for it. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Bye. You guys, you have no idea how relieved I am to have one of the builds off of our list, because we have such a laundry list of builds to get through over the next few months. I hope y'all stick around for them.